Hey, thanks for meeting me here again as we continue to go through the book of Proverbs together. Proverbs chapter 16 is where we are. One of the great blessings of walking through a time like we're walking through right now is it gives us time to evaluate the details of our lives. Because all of the details have kind of been undone. And even the normal things that we get to do, like go to the grocery store and things like that, even those are different. And so in times like this, when the rug is kind of pulled out from under us, when things aren't normal, it makes us, at least it does me, kind of hypersensitive to the details of our lives. Things we're spending our time doing or not doing, the attitudes that we have, the desires of our hearts are all exposed. And if we're not careful, we'll ignore that. And we won't spend time evaluating ourselves. The Bible says in Proverbs 16, listen to what it says, all the ways of man are pure in his own eyes, but the Lord weighs the spirit. So we have a very distinct opportunity right now as we're kind of hypersensitive to the details of our life to say, God, evaluate my speech. God, evaluate my daily activities. Evaluate everything I do. And look, all the daily activities right now can be quite stressful, especially if you have kids at home and you're cooking every meal and you're trying to do school, you're trying to do work. There's a lot that we're hypersensitive to the details, and it frustrates us because we want things to kind of get back to normal. But in all of the frustration and in all of those overwhelming moments, I wonder if we would stop and evaluate our lives, evaluate our activities, and ask the Lord to weigh our spirit. I mean, how sad would it be? I'm thinking about this for myself, and hopefully you can relate to this. If we came through this thing the same as we were before, there's a lot of normal things I want to get back to, like seeing people and worshiping with my church family. But what if we just return to the same old us? Instead of walking in fear of the Lord in a more distinct way. It says this, when a man's ways please the Lord, he makes even his enemies at peace with him. Imagine walking through life like that. And there's something key that I really want you to be hypersensitive to right now. Proverbs 16:3. It says, commit your work to the Lord, and your plans will be established. We may come to a verse like this and say, God, here's my plans, therefore you make them prosper. Here's my idea. Here's what I want to see happen. You make them prosper. But the wording of Proverbs 16:3, this idea of commit, is to roll your activities upon the Lord. Put your full weight upon him. Put the full weight of every activity, not just your big plans like what you'll do with your career and things like that. Yes, those things. But every interaction you have with your kids, every interaction you have with your neighbor, every exercise routine you do, every phone call, every text, everything that you do, all of your activities, roll them upon the Lord. And your plans will be established. You'll walk securely. Trust in the Lord with all of your heart, with all of your activities, and lean not on your own understanding. Even those activities that seem difficult, even those activities that are dark, even those activities that are painful. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Lean not on your own understanding. In every one of your ways, acknowledge him, and he will make your path straight. Commit your life to the Lord. Roll all the burdens of your sin upon him. Roll all the burdens of every decision that you have to make upon him. Roll your family upon him, your job upon him, every conversation upon the Lord. And your plans will be established.